and go.
Peace and love for the cat people. I didn't think you left Warwick.
I don't like to leave Warwick unless I have to.
Bananas.
75 yards from shore and come across a great white shark.
75 yards?
He calls himself a Swiftie. Unbelievable. Every single day went and got hot wieners my entire senior year.
Oh, yeah.
You're not even qualified to vote on this.
I want to know what the people think. They're trying to sell the house.
Ding, ding, ding. Win a chicken at dinner. Welcome to episode 8 of Shootin the SHT. I am your host, Nick Slocum, along with my lovely co-host with a mouthful of buffalo chicken pizza, Mr. Jonathan Tatro.
Hello, hello.
Welcome to episode number 8. So last episode, which was a lifetime ago, John mentioned that he's going to eat buffalo chicken pizza every day we were debating on a timeline. And life got a little busy in June. We'll talk about that in a minute. But he decided to start the challenge right now on the start of episode 8.
Oh, stop it.
Leading
Day
in-
47 right here. I'm just kidding. I couldn't do 47 days.
How long do you think you honestly could do?
This is some good pizza.
Where's that pizza from, John? Give him a shout out.
Pier Pizza.
No free ads. Let's cut that.
I'm still waiting for Polar Seltzer to come through.
Yeah, we're on a LaCroix. We should get different.
So I don't know. Honestly, I think I'd fear for my health before I actually cave from like taste.
You're not fearing for your health already?
Well, yes, I am.
I think you could get 5 days. I think I've reduced my estimate. I believe that's more in line with what Nate Dogg's estimate was.
Yeah, I'd say you go 5 to 7 days max before you either have a heart attack or quit.
I have a heart attack.
Either you quit or your heart quits.
That would be a fast heart attack.
That would
Yeah.
be a fast heart. That concerns me. I'm sitting here going, I could easily do 5 days or more.
So all I want to know, is this just talk, or am I actually sending buffalo chicken pizza to your house tonight?
What else do I get?
What do you mean, what else do you
Also,
get?
let's not
Pride.
start going
Besides
to the
free
4th.
pizza.
You don't want to do it over the 4th of July?
I'd rather have some grilled food tomorrow. And
Just
no,
sitting
I
out
don't
at the
wanna-
pool like,
Yeah, no, I don't want to throw a whole pizza onto the grill.
You should. I love grilled pizza.
I do too, but
Okay.
what
We'll
do I
start-
get if I win? Let's start there.
All right, I need evidence that is the only food you consume, and if you want to win money, that the number of days is going up, because 5 days isn't much. If you got to 20 days, I would lay some money on the line.
Nate, you're our health freak. That's not good.
20 days of nothing but buffalo chicken pizza? Meaning he can't have
Nothing else.
anything else.
No.
He told me I could have vitamins last time.
Yeah, vitamins and drinks are fine. You can drink whatever you want, but
Yeah.
there's no food consumed other than buffalo chicken pizza.
You could have vitamins. I just picture you in like having a headband on, sweatband, and you're just like on the treadmill, just eating buffalo chicken pizza, sweating so much, just so gross.
You're sweating just sitting here at this table. right
Yeah. I think it's because the heat's on now. Now it's becoming real. This challenge.
now. Okay.
20 days.
20 days, you on?
You think I could actually do 20 days and not like die of a heart attack?
We'll do it for a Capital Grill dinner. I mean,
I'm not going
you're
to want
down
a Capital
two.
Grill dinner.
No, I know, but we can make the date anytime you want it, but you're already down 2.
I could live on the treadmill. I'd still get fatter, and Jen would be like, our basement reeks of the buffalo chicken coming out of your pores.
All right, when you're ready to man up and take this
What
from a
do I
conversation to an actual
What
real
do I
life
get if I do 20 days? And don't say a Capital Grill dinner.
Why not? That's a nice night.
Not for 20 days of eating nothing but buffalo
can get-
chicken pizza.
Basically any wine you want, with exception. We'll put a little bit of cap on it.
No.
What's your second favorite pizza? You can get a large of that. It's the grand prize.
That's the grand prize.
Yeah, you get a barbecue chicken
Get
pizza.
out of here.
All right. Here's what I want. I want by the end of the pod you to lay some actual timelines and numbers on the table, and we'll revisit it in the conclusion.
I'll think about it.
Cliffhanger.
This is ridiculous.
And if you love listening to two random guys talk about buffalo chicken pizza, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like our lovely podcast. Thank you so much. How about that little CTA right there?
Yeah,
Huh?
that was a good plug. Nice.
It's about time you did that.
It has been a while. Let's move on because John can't put his money where his mouth is. But what else happened in June, John?
June, my God. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
The Celtics won the title.
That was the first thing you went to. I love it.
It is.
You are a big C. What is the green teamer? Yeah, you're a
Green
green
teamer?
You're a green teamer.
Yeah.
I love it. I was very excited too myself.
Love
but
the C's.
yes, that's fantastic. Any takeaways? Or it was kind of a ho hum championship, right?
No.
Yes.
It was a great time.
Oh, of course, it was a great time, but there was no drama. There was no suspense.
There was drama. Oh, come on. Celtics got up by 21 points in the fourth quarter one night.
Was
The
there
Mavs come storming back to within a point. Luka fouls out, cursing, screaming at the refs, throwing his little doughboy tantrums.
Did they even get to a game 6?
No,
All playoffs?
no,
No.
no.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, lots of drama.
They
All right.
swept Indiana, but other than that, they lost one game of series. But you know what? It was
So-
still stressful,
Yes.
and they still won. And I'm proud of you. You stayed awake.
You get stressed for anything. Let's leave it at that. So that was a breeze of a playoff run right there. So
So what else happened in June?
we had a little bit of a listing whirlwind. So listings increased dramatically, both statewide and amongst our own office and team. I know you and I have been up to our eyeballs, just running around with some new listings, new sellers, new clients, and it was pretty crazy to say the least. I mean, we had weeks going with each of us having handfuls of new listings going on.
Yeah.
Nate is shaking in the corner,
Yeah.
crying to himself at night with all the different shoots that he has going on in the edits.
I'd say a big shout out to our whole ops and marketing team for just putting the team on their back, carrying the load this last month with probably like 7 new listings a week. And I'm pretty sure you've had Nate out at Twilight shoots, what, 6-7 nights a week lately?
Yeah, I mean, mild trauma is what comes to mind, the phrase that comes to mind. But no, it's all worth it if you get the shot. Here, Nick, could you move your display over to the left a little bit? Because I feel like you're craning your neck to look over at me, and I want to be able to have a direct line of sight.
I like to look at you.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just want to gaze into his eyes.
Well, you know, things have been great. There have been a lot of listings.
Okay.
I feel like, are you guys also just at the point right now where you're kind of like, you're working so much that that's all you really have been thinking about and talking about? And
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
yeah. Yeah, it's been like that for a month straight. It
Yes.
just- That's what I talked to my wife about. It is what it is.
It's life.
You know? Yeah.
Real estate is life. What is
It's a
the
lifestyle.
Ted Lasso guy?
I love that show. That's a good show.
It's a great show.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
really is a good show. So yeah, first of all,
Wait, where's the? Oh, and the trombone.
I thought that was a legit sound effect, and it wasn't you. That was pretty impressive.
That was
me.
good.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you're
Thank
really
you.
good
really
at that.
good, really good. So first spring market, fun, or we're not going to see you again next spring? What's the early prediction?
No, I mean, barring some type of commercial success, for me.
Ooh, there was a
you'll-
caveat there.
Yeah. I mean, if I go big.
I mean, we want to support your film here. Don't threaten us.
No, I'm just saying if Scorsese hits me up, which could happen any day now, and says, "Hey, come on out to LA," I'll say, "Okay, I got a time around the spring market." So yes.
Okay.
See, that was a bit of a diversion. I will be back for the spring market.
All right.
We got him committed. We got him committed.
Boom.
Unless Scorsese comes, it's the only caveat.
Yeah.
In which case, he'll sponsor the podcast, and we'll be all set there.
There we go.
So,
He's in with Polar, I've heard.
really, love it.
I have no idea.
Still waiting on you, Polar. It's your move. All right. Father's Day was in the last month. That's pretty crazy, huh?
It was nice. Yeah. How was your Father's Day?
It was very nice.
Yeah.
Hung out, relaxed, did some grilling and chilling.
Nice. That was it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Gatsby Days Parade.
Wow, you just didn't even ask me.
just, well,
Talk
move
about
right
a
on.
narcissist.
You said
Jeez.
yours was
Right
nice. I know
on.
what you did.
Just
You hung out by
bulldoze
the
you.
pool. You played some golf.
I didn't play golf actually. I went and met Phil at Caserta's. Had a pie with the old man
At Caserta's.
at Caserta's.
Oh, how nice
It was
is that?
fantastic. You know, nice and cash. Just had a little split of pie on the hill. You know, it was nice.
Just the two of you?
no, kids went. His wife went. My wife went. Yep. Yeah. So it was nice. A little family pie,
precious.
family lunch.
It's precious. You enjoying the pool?
I'm very much enjoying the pool. Yes, I haven't got a chance to use it much in the last month since I've been working and keeping Nate out every night doing Twilight photo shoots. But yes, it's been wonderful. So
Maybe tomorrow.
looking forward to actually the next handful of days of kind of just chilling out a little bit and enjoying that. So that is my loose plan for the upcoming 4th of July weekend.
All right. I like it.
I don't think we told our audience yet. We're recording this on July 3rd in the afternoon, about to take off for a long weekend. We don't really get long weekends, but I'm sure there'll be some work to get done, but the office will be closed anyway. So what else is going on in June? I had some field hockey tournaments. I was just up in Epping, New Hampshire, Portsmouth, stayed in that area. That was
You
nice.
playing field hockey these days?
I was just going to make that same joke.
I would like to. I mean, the kids that were a little sluggish at times. It was a little hot on Sunday up there. It was about 90 degrees and humid.
Yeah.
And they weren't really into running. I was like, I'll get out there and I'll run around these clowns. I'd be scoring goals left and right.
Yeah, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
They weren't into running?
Yeah,
Kids are
they-
soft these
yeah,
days.
they are soft.
They're
you know.
so soft.
Can we go back to Nick saying he'd get out there and run?
I'm competitive. I'll get out there and run, but until I die, I'll croak over on the sidelines before I give up.
You'll
Get
go
this.
for it.
Get this. This is actually a decent little topic. Thankfully, my daughter did not, and I told her after the fact that you never do this. But there were multiple kids on the sidelines who asked for subs. Would you ever ask for a sub when you
Never.
were playing sports
Never.
when you were younger?
I
Nope.
didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
really.
I was so pissed at coaches when they would take me out.
Yes. I'm like, what?
I would like mean mug them on the sideline. Like,
I mean,
excuse you.
I get it's hot, but I mean, if you're really gassed and you like make it visible so they'll take you out, but you don't ask for it.
Yeah.
You know,
Is that a thing in? I played football. If I got like benched for, I never really got taken out because I was.
Oh, here we go.
I was an asset. I mean, we can say like it is.
Greek god over here on the football field?
That's-
I didn't know you played football.
Yeah, I played football. Well, I played Pop Warner, so
That's when you stopped.
I stopped right before high school.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I did like solitary sports, so I did like mixed martial arts and stuff like that.
So you played like when they
Yeah.
have to like.
Wow.
Yeah, kickboxing, Muay Thai.
Don't mess with Nate Dogg.
Don't mess
man.
with him.
That's for sure.
But football wise, you basically played up to the age where they like let everyone
Get good.
play. Everyone has to play equal minutes.
Yeah.
that sort
I'm
of
not
thing.
going to bust his crackers because I did the same thing. I played Pop Warner until 8th grade, and then I played golf in high school. So, yeah, that's me. That's all I
right.
got. What position did you play?
I started with tackle and guard, and then I moved to fullback.
You were a big boy?
Wow.
Yeah. No, I was not a big boy.
Really?
No, I'm just strong and I'm fast,
Okay.
but
So
I'm
I-
not big. For my age at the time, I mean, I was what, 9 or 10 years old?
A little
I
older
was
than that.
pretty much average height, and then in high school, people just shot up, and I stayed pretty much like 5'9".
I was pretty similar. When I was young, I played nose tackle and left guard.
Okay.
And I had to run with garbage. Talk about this. I had to run with garbage bags on after football practice in August just to make weight. And the kids these days like take me off the field, and I'm running around with garbage bags on.
Oh, so you sweat more? Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
I
Yeah,
need a
really
notepad.
healthy.
I have so
Yeah.
many comments I'm accumulating over here.
That's what. That's what a lot of MMA fighters do to make weight.
Really?
Like they'll go inside of a sauna and they like
Speaking of
run on a treadmill.
Yeah.
With the trash bags on.
That's
Just
insane.
just to drop water. It's all only
Oh,
water
water
weight
weight.
that you're dropping. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's got to be good for the heart, right?
Oh God.
Oh.
You
right.
guys call me an MMA fighter.
I
But
don't
you're
get-
built
I
like
never
you're
called
built
you-
like one.
Oh, you are wide.
So they made you run in trash bags.
Your back is
Yes.
shaped like an octagon.
So you called me mean when I went pork chop and looked at you that day when you were adjusting your shirt.
I never called you wrong, but I said you're mean.
if he's pork chop, you're applesauce, right?
Oh.
So, anyways,
cute.
I want to go back to you talking about Nate being pretty fast. And Nate, I think you should overlay some of the video that we have from yesterday, because a lot of our listeners may not know that yesterday we were handing out 4th of July flags. Or the last few days, our team handed out about 2,300 flags to local homes. But yesterday, Nick and I had the opportunity to whip around on a golf cart on Warwick Neck, and Nate wanted to challenge said golf cart to a race. I don't know that he realized that the golf cart had the governor removed and can go about 35 miles an hour. So we have a nice video where we gave Nate a head start and then just blew him out of the water in the golf cart.
I'm not going to lie. I was pretty impressed. I'm like, he might do it.
Nate, overlay the video here.
I'm looking at the video now, and god damn, I'm moving. I look
were-
like Tom Cruise running. Holy shit!
Yes,
but this
my
thing,
goodness.
this thing does what? 35 miles an hour.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way.
That thing, I had whiplash the way Nick was driving that thing.
I mean, I gave him a little bit of a head start, but then as I was trying to catch up, I'm like, wow, we're not catching up as fast as I thought we were going to catch up. But you were running in dress shoes, too, I
Yeah,
believe. Yeah,
yeah,
That
in
was impressive.
chukka boots.
Chocolate boots.
Chukka boots.
It's a winter shoe, isn't it? Surprised you wore that.
You could, well, no, it's got more of an that it's sort of sunburnt orange Oxford color. You know what I mean?
I like that.
Yeah, and I think it goes really well with a nice pair of
Sunburnt.
slacks.
Oh, yes.
That's what he said. Slacks.
We are definitely shooting the SHT so far today, but that is our specialty. So
Anyways, also in June was the Gatsby Days Parade.
that was a lot of fun. I had a great time doing that. So
Yeah.
that was the first time in our company's history that we put a float into the parade. And let's just say we're not the best float designers in the world. Sorry, Jacob, if you listen to this podcast. It was very good, I think, for a group of realtors to
Yeah.
put together a little Gatsby Days.
Float looked pretty good.
It did look pretty
I
good.
thought it looked good. Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like, Broadway is not going to come knocking on our door looking for us to, build build props for a living.
I wouldn't think so.
But I think it was good. I think it was really good. Especially for the amount of time. We only spent a couple of days building it. Hats off to Jacob. He did a great job helping us do that. He took the lead role there and had a bunch of idiots trying to put together a flow behind him. So that's no easy task. And but it was a lot of fun. Getting back to the true point of the parade, the Gaspee Days, the burning of the Gaspee marks one of the earliest events in the Revolutionary War time period. What was it, 1772 maybe-ish? Fact check me on that one. But a little bit before, Paul Revere's ride and whatnot. And in essence, the folks, some contingent of people from Rhode Island went out to the British ship, the Gaspee, and lit that guy up, lit it up. So
Burning it a gas.
So it was one of the first acts of rebellion, and we commemorate that every year with the Gaspee Days Parade. And it was a wonderful community event. So many past clients, friends, family. We walked in the event. We had the float. So many people we know. I can't believe you weren't there. It was just an absolute beauty of a day, and I can't wait to do it again next year.
Sorry, I was there for the float building. I was bummed I was missing the parade, but next year.
We did a
Looking
great
forward
job
to
on that anchor. The anchor was the highlight of the flow, and that was all Mr. John Tatro. So hopefully you can make it next year. That's all I have to say about that.
I'll be there.
Okay. What else we got? We went to the Senior U.S. Open down in Newport. I got a nice sunburn on the head.
We went.
I went. You blew me off that morning because of some tornado, like we live in Oklahoma or something.
So Nate, get this.
Yeah.
Typical Nick fashion. Last Wednesday night, it's like 11:30. Emergency alerts going off.
Yeah.
Sleet and hail coming down all over the yard. Look at my ring camera. It's swirling around. Power goes out. More emergency alerts. It was sounds like I'd never heard before. I flew into my son's room, grabbed him out of a cold sleep out of his crib. We ran into the basement. All of a sudden, it gets quiet. It's like flashing lights, chainsaws all over the neighborhood. Go outside the next morning around 5 when you can see daylight. Like all the neighbors are out there. There's literally trees down. I couldn't leave my house in any direction. There were just trees down everywhere. Yeah. One of my neighbors, like my fence was gone. It was like the big bad wolf just like blew the straw house down. That was what my fence looked like.
Right. Tattered. Yeah.
The house directly across the street from me was one of the poor neighbors who unfortunately had a tree go straight through their house. They were one of many.
Sounds harrowing.
And Nick's texting me going, can't believe you're not coming to the U.S. Open today. You're blowing me off. And I'm like, I have people telling me that it could be a week without power. I'm trying to get my pregnant wife and 2.5-year-old son somewhere where we have power, trying to get things out of the fridge. I'm trying to, not walk away from conversations with my neighbors.
Mm-hmm. All I got to say is when I commit to something, I commit and I show up.
So later on that day, it gets worse. Later on that day, I've been running around. I'm hot. I'm cranky. I really didn't sleep that night. Didn't have power all day. I was so distracted with everything. I really didn't eat breakfast or lunch.
Right.
So now it's like 7 o'clock that night. Still no power. Still hadn't eaten. Hadn't slept. I'm tired. I'm hangry. I'm cranky. I'm at a showing. Phil texts Nick and I and goes, "Oh, you have fun at the U.S. Open?" Nick goes, "Ready for this?" He goes, "Oh my God. I'm so full. So much lobster. John blew me off. I still can't get over it."
I didn't mention anything about lobster.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Go back.
Didn't even eat lobster that day.
You did.
You
No,
had
I
polar
didn't.
opposite days then.
Yeah.
I said I look like a lobster because I'm sunburned. Not that I ate lobster.
I don't know.
I imagine you drinking champagne and eating a lot of shellfish.
He wanted me to go sit in a tent and drink high noons with him.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
It sounds amazing. I'd rather have done that.
I was picturing like a minor league, like middle-aged man version of the U.S. Open that you guys were doing.
It was major league, but there was a middle-aged man version. It also really struck me that it's the best male golfers over the age of 50 are eligible to play in the world.
Okay.
So it's a lot of old pastime champions,
Sure.
Hall of Famers. People who have won major tournaments in the past. Vijay Singh, Ernie Els, a lot of great golfers.
You'll be eligible for that soon.
That's what struck me as I was like, holy shit, I'm not that far away from this age bracket. And these are guys that I grew up like watching their entire careers and I'm remembering when they were like rookies on the PGA Tour. And I'm a big golfer, so this is all like Tiger used to kick their butt all the time. Like these is like who I grew up watching. And I'm like, wow, they're like
Oh, that's
I'm
weird.
getting old.
Yeah?
I am getting old. So that was really what struck me. Other than their tempo was fantastic. We don't have to get into the actual golf swing, but I saw almost no drives offline. I mean, the tempo was like silky smooth, unbelievable, and it was a wonderful day. It was enjoyable. I went with a great couple of people. Billy Allman Jr. Shout out to him. I know he's one of our loyal 13 listeners. So thanks, Billy. Had a great time with him. And then Santino Martinelli came with us, one of our real estate attorneys that we work with, and one of your good friends who also roasted you all morning and lives like 2 streets away from you.
He doesn't live 2 streets away from me.
Pretty close.
He lives on the opposite side of Lincoln.
Okay. Lincoln's what, 3 streets wide?
No.
Okay. So anyway, he lives near you, and he's like, I had no problem leaving this morning. And John has about 47 ways in and out of his neighborhood. I can't believe he's not here.
He lives on the other side of Lincoln.
All right, I'm just saying I wasn't alone. Wasn't alone.
They didn't get a tornado.
All right, let's wrap up this and get into some industry news. Real quickly, we had the pleasure of littering across Warwick the last few days.
How about that?
Yeah, so we tell you this?
What? No.
So in the Positive Warwick Facebook group, somebody put out there that Slocum Realty litters twice a year across Warwick with their flags and their pumpkins.
That's a joke, right?
It didn't.
No,
it
she
was
put
not
up
a joke. Yeah.
She put up a meme saying, "Get off my lawn" of someone with a shotgun. But you know what? Nobody had to say a word because the rest of Warwick roasted her.
Yes,
Good.
it did not go over very well.
So
And
thank you, Warwick.
there were numerous supportive comments of our tradition of putting out 2,400 flags, 2,400 pumpkins, and hopefully supporting and spreading some holiday cheer and patriotism amongst our city. So appreciate everyone who does appreciate what we do, and it's a fun thing that we really love doing each and every year.
It's a Slocum tradition unlike any other.
It's literally the most wholesome thing that I've ever seen a company do. You guys are walking around handing out flags and pumpkins.
I think her actual comment before it was deleted by the admin had something to do with Satan and then spreading gay pride flags on our lawns or something like that.
So well adjusted.
Yeah, well adjusted. Yeah.
Gotcha,
So,
cool.
Hey, I would certainly
we
welcome
were,
any and all
we
feedback.
were trespassing.
We were trespassing. Yes. Yeah. It's all right.
Anyways.
Yeah, can't please all the people all the time. That's for sure. So
Happy birthday, America.
happy birthday. Did you know that they actually signed the Declaration of Independence on July 2nd?
I did.
What was the July 4th one?
It was the day they actually celebrated.
They actually celebrated
Yeah.
it? Okay, cool. I love it. So we're right in the middle of it right now. All right, let's talk about some real estate. That is what we do. We are realtors. So a little bit of a market shift I feel going on right now, John. I don't know about
think so?
you, but I feel like the tide's turning. I feel
bit.
like things are changing a little bit. I still think it's a strong seller's market.
Well, of course.
But we've had numerous open houses and numerous new listings just kind of not get a ton of attention over the last 3 or 4 weeks. What are some of the factors you believe to be the reason why that might be the case?
I think a lot of it has to do with seasonality. Rates aren't at their high right now, where they were. They're hanging up there.
Oh, yeah.
I'd say it's seasonality. Kids are out of school. 4th of July is coming. Could certainly be some buyer fatigue. I think there's a lot of seller greed out there as well. I think a lot of sellers are shooting for the stars and listing, they're saying, all right, buyers are going to go way over. Well, I'm going to list it way over. But if you price it right, we are still seeing some bidding wars on homes that are priced properly. Those where they're really shooting for the moon and still hoping for a bidding war, they're not getting them. And I think a lot of buyers look at homes, especially buyers that have been out in the market for any amount of time. And if, say, a house is listed at $500,000, they're going to look at it and say,
I got to spend $550 to get
right.
it.
Maybe I'd spend $5 for it. It's really nice, but I'm not going to bid with 20 other people and go up to $550 for it. And they just assume they're out.
And that listing might sit there.
Correct.
For 2, 3, 4 weeks. But I definitely think there's been a little bit of a change. Some interesting stats that I ran across. Dr. Lawrence Yoon, our buddy from the National Association of Realtors, said the market is at an interesting point with rising inventory and lower demand. Pending home sales fell 2.1% in May and are down nearly 7% from this time a year ago, when home choices back then were much slimmer. So pending sales down, inventory up. Inventory is up 19%, nearly 19% compared to this time a year ago nationally. So inventory up 19% nationally. Are you looking at the agenda right now?
I am.
Okay, well, I was going to ask you a question. I'll avoid that. But locally, our inventory is up about 27% with this time last year. So we've seen a big jump year over year in inventory. Inventory being the total number of homes available for sale. So there's more out there. There's more competition for sellers. There's more choice for buyers. Meanwhile, there's less buyers in the marketplace. And why is that, John?
Could have to do with prices. Prices are up. Buyers can only get approved for so much and or may only be comfortable going to a certain point. Is there anything in their price range that fits what they need or what they're looking for?
I think it boils down to that affordability. And man, it was great to see our two presidential candidates really talk about housing in that debate, wasn't it? Good thing we know their handicaps and how far they drive the ball and stuff. It's nuts.
Anyways.
Nate Dogg, so I know you're a little bit younger than we are. I did see that Gen Z.
Is that what you are?
Gen Z in the... That's right.
I'm a millennial.
You're a millennial?
Yeah,
a
I'm
millennial.
31.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I did see from most Gen Z and millennials that the economy and housing affordability is like their number one factor in the election. And it was not even really touched upon the other night. Just insane.
Yeah, it's totally wild. I have most of my friends are my age or older, and housing affordability is like the major thing that I hear often. People are just saying that like rates are too high, they can't afford homes, and if they do go to look at a place, it's like there's tons of people bidding. The open houses are packed. Or they're being outbid by a substantial margin.
Yeah.
You should tell them that right now is the time to potentially re-enter the market because we're seeing some listings sit around 4th of July weekend. This is probably not going to be edited and posted before 4th of July, right, Nate? You can't get this out by tomorrow?
But all summer, really. I know where you're going with that. And
I'm drowning, Nicholas.
also, you can't edit this afternoon? Get it out?
But where I was going with this is now's the time to look.
Yeah.
You're out there when others are not. You can potentially face little to no competition, maybe even get money off the price. You can come in and negotiate an offer. How fun would that be?
Yeah.
It's the potential does exist right here, right now.
Sure does.
Love it. Let's look at some NAR updated outlooks for 2024 and 2025. These were released since our last podcast. Existing home sales. This is the total number of sales. They're predicting this year to end at 4.26 million units sold. That's up from 4.09 million in 2023, which was at or near all-time lows. 2025, they're predicting 4.92 million, so close to 5 million.
That'd be nice.
That would be nice. Housing starts, new construction, 2024, they're predicting 1.38 million, down from 1.41.
Not the right direction there.
No.
We need more.
We need more units. And 1.49 million in 2025. Everyone always loves to talk about values. The median existing home price forecast. Median price they predict this year to come in at $405,300, up from $389,800 last year, and reaching a record annual high. And they're predicting it to still go in the same direction in 2025, up to $412,000.
I believe that.
Not predicting any type of price depreciation.
No, I think it's going to take a while because we're talking about inventory being up, slower market. But to put it all into perspective, historically 10 years ago, we were listing homes for 6 months and extending those listing agreements.
100%.
I think these listings that are sitting now, when, relatively speaking to the last few years, we're used to them going in days. These listings could sit for a month, and I suspect somebody's going to come in and make an offer and find some sort of agreement with the seller. So historically speaking, it's still, things are moving quickly and the supply and demand is just so far off. I think it's going to take a long time to balance out.
So, John, Fannie Mae.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Is it a bad time to buy? Do you agree with the 86% of buyers that think it's a bad time to buy?
I don't agree, but it's not just a straight answer. If you asked me right now, you were a buyer coming in the front door and you said, I want to buy a house in the next 3 years. Is it a bad time to buy right now? I'd say overall, no. I don't think it's a bad time to buy if you intend to buy in the near future. but I also want to learn about your situation. I want to hear what your motivation is, what you're looking for. How long do you intend to be in the home? Because it may not be the best time for everybody, but look at your situation. Does it make sense for you and your situation? Are you comfortable purchasing now financially? Do the numbers work for you?
That's the key, is do those monthly numbers make sense? If they make sense and you want to start to build some equity, then why would you rent? You know, are you looking to upsize? Does the home no longer fit your family's needs and the numbers make sense? Make the move.
Right.
This is to live in. It's not just an investment. This is your home.
Yep.
You need to downsize. Is that home too big? Do you need to get to one level? There's all sorts of reasons as to why you should move. Do the numbers make sense?
Right.
If rates ever come down, great. You can refinance. If they don't, then you still know the numbers make sense. So in my opinion, if you plan on being there long term, you plan to hold that property for, call it 10 years or more.
Yep.
If you look at the history of real estate home values, prices go up. If you hold it for 10 plus years, it's almost impossible to lose.
Yep.
So in our opinion, still a great opportunity for the right people. Just don't overextend yourselves and get yourself in a situation that becomes something that you don't want to live in or is uncomfortable and just doesn't make sense. So
Bingo.
love it. All right, that wraps up that section. Nate Dogg, what'd you think?
That was really good, guys. I think there's a pretty comprehensive breakdown.
Okay, what's the percentage of buyers that think it's a bad time to buy?
85.
Close. He was actually paying attention.
Wow, he almost said 50 something.
I almost said 45.
What were you doing over there?
Oh, I was on Pinterest.
I didn't know Pinterest was really still a thing, huh?
Yeah, I have vision boards.
Okay.
I have big dreams, fellas.
Is it Greek Olympian athletes? What is it?
Well, I'm not just going to put pictures of myself on there.
Anyways.
Okay. Wild card, our new favorite point in the show. Hypothetical question number 1.
Okay.
Would you take a $70,000 a week job where you get paid to sit in a pitch black room and do nothing for 20 hours a day?
Seems like the easiest no.
How? Hold on. I have questions.
Do you get to eat buffalo chicken pizza?
That's the first question right there. Is,
you
do they
gotta
have
eat.
buffalo chicken pizza? Can I sleep?
Yes, didn't say you couldn't.
All right. And how many weeks off do I get?
None.
None?
Yeah.
You get no weeks off?
Is
That's
this
going to be a deal breaker
Is this
for me.
5 days a week?
Yeah.
5 days a week.
You can tell
52
Nick
weeks
has
a year.
has not flushed this out.
But I can sleep. You know, $70,000 a week. Yeah, I would do it.
Yeah.
Because I can sleep in there. Then I can enjoy my 4 hours a day with my family. And then I get my weekends off. I make bank for a couple years.
You would do it.
And then I move on with my life with a lot of money stashed away.
Okay, but you'd come out with a severe vitamin B deficiency looking like Gollum.
Not necessarily.
Just afraid
because,
of the light.
No, but think about it.
$280,000 a month.
Yes, and
I could do that on OnlyFans.
and you're getting
What are you doing here?
I don't need to be in a dark room.
Yeah, seriously, what are you doing? Anyways, but I could get my night's
I have
sleep in there,
standards.
and then I could go do push-ups on the beach for 4 hours if I wanted to get my sun and muscle.
Like you
wouldn't.
do now.
That's exactly what I do now.
It's $3.3 million a year.
Yeah. So do that for 4 years.
20 hours a day.
It's a hard no for me.
You
That's
could work for
that's
4
a,
years.
That's a no from me, dog.
You could work for 4 years and then retire.
But what
Or
shape
just
would you be in?
invest.
Hudson going to be 7 in 4 years. Your little Nicky is going to be 4. You're going to miss out on the...
And you're gonna have birthday parties, and the kids are gonna be like, "Why does your dad look like Gollum from Lord of the Rings?" Just with a buffalo chicken pizza, my precious, in the corner. Like, he's creepy.
Hard no for me. You can make enough money doing something else, in my opinion, to live a lifestyle that you enjoy. Not that it's always the easiest, but I'd rather work outside of that pitch black room and try to find a way to make.
Think
a living
about how
that
much
way.
time you'd have to think about ways to invest and build.
You probably lose your
on that income.
sanity.
I was gonna say, well, I think he,
He already has.
yeah,
Well,
maybe
sorry.
a sociopath.
All right. Clearly, I'm in the minority.
Okay.
What do you got? What's next?
Get in the closet and just I'll shut that door.
Hypothetical question number 2, Nicholas. What do you have for us?
What show would you like if you had to be trapped in a TV show for a month? And who would you be if you were a character?
That's a good one.
I'm gonna say Seinfeld.
Okay.
I'm actually torn here because all right, I'll stick with my original. I was gonna say George because I can't stand
You
George.
kind of hired George, yeah.
I can't stand George half the time.
Costanza.
But he also is found in the most bizarre situations. So I feel like it would be a riot to experience that and also maybe handle them more differently than he does because the way he handles situations infuriates me. Yeah. So the way he handles things like infuriates me. So I could change the course, but also, get to experience those insane situations. I also just thought it would be a riot to be Kramer because why not?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Nate?
I've been watching a lot of Cheers lately, weirdly enough, and I think it would be kind of cool to just be Norm from Cheers
Okay.
because all he does is drink beer and chill out at the bar all day.
Not
That
bad.
just seems to be his thing. So that seems like that's pretty chill. And there's all kinds of like hijinks that happens there. There's like weird stuff too, so you get all that. Sitcom. I feel like a sitcom's probably the way to go, right?
I got a few different takes on this. I have a few that came to my mind, but first and foremost, you didn't drink for like 6 months. Now he wants to be Norm on Cheers.
Well,
He's got to make up for lost time.
2 words: spring market.
I can appreciate that. Yeah, I can sympathize. So the first thought that came to my head was Ryan Serhant doing the same thing that we do, and I just do it with crazy high value properties. That'd be a lot of fun. But now I try to expand myself, try to think a little bit more outside the box. A couple that came to mind, Ari on Entourage, I think would be kind of.
Oh
Ari
my God.
Gold.
Yeah.
Oh man, that would be a
imagine?
blast.
Ari Gold on Entourage would be fantastic.
Do you think you could be that mean?
I think I could
Yeah?
probably figure it out.
I think he nails it.
I'm not really a mean guy, but
You got to be pretty.
All right,
cutthroat.
continue. What's your last one?
Yeah.
Rip on Yellowstone. That'd be a good one. I mean, I got a little bit of a Beth thing. She's pretty cute.
You do like
Not
Beth
as
Dutton.
beautiful as my wife, but I mean, if I was just running the show on the ranch, I wouldn't want to be John Dutton.
No.
Dealing with all that political stuff.
Yeah.
But Rip would be kind of run the whole show. You live in your own house. It'd be,
So you could pull off Ari Gold.
yeah, I don't think I could pull off Rip.
No, he's a badass.
Oh wow,
That's
so
a
is
shot
Ari
below the
though.
belt.
Ari's kind of a badass.
Ari's a different kind of badass.
He's a shark.
Ari's like a business shark kind of badass.
Yeah.
Also, the dynamic with him and his wife kind of cracks me up.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you.
It's
like
kinda-
she just tells you what's up, and you're like, "Yes, honey."
You're afraid. You live in
I'm
constant
very
fear.
afraid. Absolutely, yes.
Gotcha. I haven't seen the show, but
Rip is just like a total like badass.
Yeah.
Like Rip will throw people through a wall.
Oh yeah. Never seen me fight? You wanna go
No, you got
outside?
little number 2 pencils in your sleeves there.
Wow.
You are wearing a button-up shirt with bass on it, so.
Oh, this is great.
Sharks.
Oh, sorry.
He's been talking all
They're little
day.
baby sharks.
He's been talking all day. He's like, "Oh, you see my shark shirt?"
Baby shark.
We've actually been reading that book to Hudson every night
Oh, yeah?
lately. He wants it because I read it to him, and then Jen like dances off to the side to the different things. Hudson thinks it's a riot.
That's awesome.
But Nick all day has been saying, "Oh, do you like my shark shirt? I wore my sharks today.
I
You
was
like my
hoping he had a
shark?"
bear shirt on. He looks
He's-
like a bear. I mean, shark and bear. I mean,
If someone doesn't walk into a room and go, "Man, look at that shark shirt," Nick's offended. And for you just to say that his shirt had bass on it just made my day.
Didn't mean to offend.
you don't offend. I'm very comfortable in my own shark shirts.
Interesting, though. I like those answers.
All right.
Good stuff.
That was a good question. I like that. Zillow. Actually, you know the other one I thought of too? Larry David. Larry David would be kind of a fun one. Just,
Oh, I mean, I already lived that life, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm already Larry David.
yeah. He plays a lot of golf. Yeah, I could get on and just like
I
makes
could
fun of
stand to
everything.
play. I could stand to play more golf myself.
You could use it, but
I've
based on the
never
etiquette
played.
you showed of the course yesterday, I think you might need some lessons.
I was the best dressed person there. That's all I'll say.
Sure, it was on. Actually, an email went out from the club today about
yeah?
dress code.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
It
even
didn't have
about
anything to do with
the-
the guy.
Oh, God. Are there pictures or a video?
No,
It didn't have anything to do with the guy in a swim trunks smoking a butt by the.
it mentioned that. It mentioned that
Oh.
even if you leave the pool to go towards the practice facility, you should dress in golf attire.
Yeah. So I think
So-
me and my polo shirt with my chukka boots was probably not the biggest
I don't
offense on the field.
No, I don't think people loved your attire.
To give a little context to the story, yesterday we were handing out flags in Warwick Neck.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go grab a picture really quick at Water Country Club, like off to the side with the water in the background, like went to the chipping green area. Then Nate thinks he owns the joint. And he starts like trying to walk around, like, let's go over here. There's some beautiful hydrangeas.
And he's looking like this. He's like, come with me over here.
Yeah.
It's
over
a
here.
busy day. It's
Keep
the 4th
walking.
of July week. There's people everywhere. I'm like, no.
Yeah. Someone's about to tee off. He's like, excuse me, coming through.
But those hydrangeas are really nice.
They were. It was a good shot. Yeah, yeah.
Hydrangeas are beautiful this time of year.
What do you kept saying about etiquette? Right? Is that what the thing
Yeah,
you're worried
yeah.
about?
Course club etiquette.
Just walk like you own the place. You're fine. I
You
got
were
it out
doing
of
that.
there.
You certainly were taking care of that.
You had me fooled for about 10 seconds, and eventually I snapped to my senses, like, nope.
I'm gonna
Shut
go.
up.
I'm gonna go back today and get in that pool. I don't even
Shutting
need your.
this down.
We were at Nick's club, and I was very uncomfortable and nervous for him. I was shocked you let that go on as long as it did.
Oof, no good.
What are you talking about? What, yesterday?
Yes.
Oh, you're being for real?
Oh, I'm dead serious. When we were walking through that parking lot by the building,
You
over
guys
towards
are
the pro shop,
so.
he was just kind of walking,
Hold on,
and I could
hold on.
see he wanted to crawl out
You
of
guys are
his
so fucking lame.
He wanted to climb out of his skin and die.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I literally didn't even go on the green though. That's the thing. I went by the hydrangeas on the walking
There's
path.
the hydrangeas
Okay.
again.
And the shot was beautiful. Here's the thing. I was told to go and get a group photo. And I thought, ooh, we should probably take the group photo at the most scenic spot. I found the most scenic spot. We walked over to it, and the entire time, it's like I'm hearing this reticence, these like this gnat in
wanna
my
go
ear,
to the
like,
ninth
I
green.
don't know if we should be doing this, guys. I'm like, we're grown men walking in a parking lot, and you guys are like, well, I don't know. It was fine. We weren't shouting.
Here's
We
the moral
weren't-
of the story.
We didn't have blowhorns. It was fine. It was totally fine.
You were yelling like you had one.
No.
So
it's
we
not
got
true.
there. Nick basically wanted to take a photo by the practice green. Nice green grass with the ocean in the background. He doesn't like this, so he changed
Our
it.
voices. So anyways, Nick wanted to take the picture by the grass with the water in the background. Nick goes, over here, everybody. I see hydrangeas. And we should all go.
This is John's actually his real voice. I took the filter off.
So we...
I see hydrangeas.
Oh, God.
All right, shut up. Okay. All right, that's
All
fine.
right, so anyways.
It would have been a
Those
great
shots.
shot. It would have been a great shot. Just
We'll
saying.
go back at a non-peak
No,
time.
no, it's fine. It's fine. I don't
right.
care.
And we'll
Give us
ask
your thoughts
people-
in the comments. Who's right, Nick or Nate?
Well, you have to tell the story the way it actually happened the first time.
No, we got to move on.
Yeah, okay.
Zillow.
John has a haircut. He's gonna get that strawberry blonde faux hawk trimmed up.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Zillow News. Did you turn my mic off?
No, it's on.
You definitely turned me down. or
No, I
something.
can hear you.
No,
crystal
you're,
clear.
you're
All right.
good, buddy.
3 signs affordability could be improving. Nick, would you care to share?
Let's do it. Numero uno. Got to do it once a podcast. Nearly a quarter of homes for sale got a May price cut. 25% almost, adjusting their price in May.
That's a big number.
That is a big number. Number 2, new listings and inventory are up, while total sales are down. More competition, less demand. And then the third reason as to why they say affordability could be improving. Don't want to fully commit, but could be. 80% of recent sellers were influenced by life events. And we've talked about this numerous times. Is people don't just sell because it's an asset in their portfolio. They sell because life changes. They get married. Heaven forbid someone passes away. Somebody gets a new job. Somebody has more children. Maybe it's time to make a move, John. Get off of BMX Hill. What was it, Mount Tatro?
Nate likes to talk about the BMX bandits from last episode.
Terrorizing you.
People don't always move due to financial conditions alone.
Very true.
Life happens.
Life does happen.
Life
It's
does
graduation season.
It is graduation season. So that is the 3 reasons. Any additional insights?
No, I agree completely.
Cool. Moving on. John's going to get a haircut. Study. Here's another study. The typical single-family home costs over $18,000 a year in hidden expenses. Any initial reactions just to the headline before we dive into the points that you're trying to read rapidly? Because you
Not even
didn't-
just, I was trying to read not necessarily the points, but like what's included in that. You know, if you said people aren't expecting taxes, and taxes is included, I'd say, oh, yeah.
I don't know. It's not taxes.
Right. So without like taxes and insurance, those things which are included in many mortgage payments, 18 sounds high. You're talking like home maintenance, utility costs.
I thought it seemed low.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you think? Maintenance and utilities? Is that basically what
A
we're
hidden
talking
cost, I would say, like hot water tank goes.
Yeah.
AC condenser goes. Your roof's got a leak in it.
Right.
All of a sudden, you find mold in the attic.
But 18,000 per year?
It's average.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Seems high.
It might be high. It does say that it's 26% higher now compared to 4 years ago, according to the bank rate study.
Yeah.
26% higher.
That makes sense.
It kind of
Inflation. I mean, everything costs more.
No, absolutely. Materials, labor. But I mean, your water heater could go, call it 2,000. You replace your roof, call it 12. That's 14. So you lose a water heater and a roof in the same year, you're still 4,000 shy.
That's just that. What about
Yeah.
That
buying
leaves
a
you
lawnmower, buying a...
that leaves you 4,000 for
set.
miscellaneous.
Okay, maybe...
So if anything,
you're
it probably seems low then, right?
I thought it seemed low, too.
I think
John
it
said
seems
high.
You think that seems high?
I think it's very. So I just gave an example where you lose, your water heater and your roof in 1 year, and it still leaves, call it 4 for miscellaneous repairs. I would say it's rare that you're going to lose those 2 in the same year, and if you do, you shouldn't have them again the next few years. So if we're talking averages here, I don't know. It seemed high to me.
You're saying hidden costs. Okay, so it's
Hidden
not
costs.
things like, oh, I gotta clean my vents or anything like that.
I mean, to be
or like-
completely transparent, I didn't really read the article. I looked at the headline.
Unbelievable.
Boy.
Oh, fair enough.
So
Single-family homeowners in pricey states like California, Hawaii, and New Jersey now pay more than $25,000 a year in ownership and maintenance costs. So I would include landscaping and those sorts of
So
things.
then that makes absolutely
That
makes
makes more
sense.
sense.
Let me pull this up here.
Because then that's like just running your sprinklers and having like any exterior lights or like having people do landscaping. Yeah, that makes sense.
cost of owning and maintaining.
If you have a pool like Nick,
Yes,
You
all
got
of
a
that
pool
goes
boy.
into it.
That definitely makes more sense. You got
Yeah.
a pool boy?
Nate, he's coming over
Yeah.
3 times a week now.
yeah, we haven't worked out a cost, but
There's a cost?
yeah, well, I was
be
hoping
careful.
they'd be paid.
You're gonna let a Greek god go handle your pool while you're out
Absolutely.
golfing?
This is what I'm worried about at the company party.
Everyone falling in love with you? What do
No, I'm just worried like I'm gonna go to the pool and I'm gonna be like the only one in the pool and everyone's gonna be like, oh, look at me, he just wanted to pop off his top, show us what he's got going on. I'll be like, no.
All right, we've had enough of the Greek god
I
today.
think you should rally the troops. Like, who's going swimming? I'm bringing my bathing suit.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
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 There you go.
So I'm not going in. All right.
It's because I made
Nick
fun
and
of
I
your
are going to be
shark
off to the side just indulging in high noons, and
I got to cook. I'm entertaining.
I'll help you.
Thank you.
I'm also entertaining.
All right, rate the podcast.
Is that it?
That's a wrap,
That's
friend.
all we got.
Oh, okay.
Do you want anything else? Wild card? Anything to share?
No, I feel like you keep shutting down our topics and wanting to move on. Oh, you got to get a haircut. That's right.
We got through
I'm
the
sorry,
whole.
I'm sorry.
We
Yeah,
got through
yeah.
the whole agenda.
We had
did.
to fast forward a little bit because of the looks you were giving me
I didn't know.
across the table. Yeah.
I didn't know about the haircut. Sorry.
Rate the podcast.
8-4.
Oh,
It's a big number for John.
I had a good time
Wow.
today. I enjoyed some buffalo chicken pizza.
You can't leave that
And-
half eaten.
I'll finish it. And you actually saw tears coming down my face when we were talking about the trip to the course yesterday. So I had a good time. 8-4. Happy 4th, gents. I hope you have an awesome day.
If you had to rank it, is it better or worse than our last podcast?
oh, I don't know if that's constructive.
I thought it was better,
Yeah,
but you guys both felt the last one was the best one. I did enjoy the Thanks Bandit part. Nate overlaid the photo of the stairs.
the ice cream man. Yeah,
Oh, the ice cream man. Yeah, they were combined. That was a good one.
I just liked how much we were able to get a rise out of you on the last one. Because
Yeah,
we
this
were
one
just
was
going
better.
off topic, and you were like, "Guys, what are we doing?"
All right, this one was better. We'll give it a rating. What do you got?
I'm going to go 8-2. I think it's our second best podcast.
Okay. Nate
Yeah.
Dog?
I was gonna say 8.5, but because of that highly embellished story that you told, which was basically fiction, I'm gonna
was
do
not.
I'm gonna do an 8.43.
Nick, before we cut it, was that story fiction?
No, it's 100% accurate.
All right, and we're rolling out.
Until next time.
Thank everyone. Thank you guys, and make sure to like, share, and subscribe the podcast. wherever you get podcasts.
How many people do you think are listening right now at this point?
Including us? 3.
Thanks,
Mom.
everybody.
Cut.
That's a wrap on today's episode of Shootin' the SHT. Be sure to subscribe wherever you heard this podcast so you never miss a future episode. And if you enjoyed this content, please share it with others and leave us a rating and a review. Buying, selling, or want to connect with Nick and JT? Visit Slocum Home Team on Facebook and Instagram or slocumhometeam.com. We'll see you next time.